Yo, what's good? It's your boy Stone World. We back. Another episode of Going For It podcast. We got a special guest, my brother Jay from JERZ in the building.
Yo,
Let him
yo,
introduce himself. What's going on, bro?
what's going on, man? It's Jay from JERZ, aka Mr. Get Busy, aka we smoking good weed.
Fire. All right, so what's the latest? All right, so for those that don't know you, as you just said, you a very busy person, very busy artist. What's the latest project that you dropped for the people that don't know?
I just dropped Busy Digital with my guy Lobster Trapper. We dropped that last month, April 28th. Yeah, that was the last release. Fucking. But I dropped a lot because like prior to that it was Busy Going Legend. That was January of this year. So Busy Going Legend and Busy Digital.
So that's two projects so far for this year.
Yeah.
We expecting the third?
Oh yeah, that shit almost done.
All right, bet. All right, so let's take it back to, you know what I'm saying, to where your creative process really first came from. Do you remember or recall your very first creative passion that you had, if it wasn't music, if it was something else?
Sheesh. That was definitely like art. Like it was always art in a sense, but like I was on some like I had a teacher named Miss Green. She was my art teacher. And if you went to 22 school or number 4 school, you definitely know her. But she was old. She was like the coolest art teacher ever, and I was like, damn, like I want to be an artist. Like I wanted to like paint and do shit like her. But as I got older, by the time I was like 9 or 10, I was like, nah, like the music was like calling me and shit. Well, not necessarily calling me, but you know, it took more of an interest rather than drawing and painting and shit.
Got you. Did you always want to rap, or did you want to make beats first, or was like what part of music did you want to create?
Nah, it was definitely rap. It was definitely rap first.
You ain't never want to DJ, nothing like that?
Not necessarily DJ, but like once I got into like rapping and what it took to rap, like I wanted to get into like making beats. So like I started learning like FL Studio and shit.
Got you. All right, so you born and raised in Jersey City?
Yes, sir. Ray Medical Center.
All right, so for somebody that may not have been to Jersey City or don't know anybody that's from Jersey City, what was it like for you personally growing up in Jersey City?
Jersey City was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's what most people would call it. It's like a melting pot. Like, you really, like, especially back in the day, you grew up with, like, knowing everybody, like, from just all different types of backgrounds. Like, I went to school with Indian people, Spanish people, black people, fucking, you name it, like, Asians. Like, it was a little bit of everything, but, like, I guess granted, like, because of the time, like, growing up between like the early 2000s, we ain't really had an internet like that. Everything was just so foreign to everybody. Like, I feel like it's still like that now, but you know, gentrification happens. Now it's just a lot of out of towners.
What's your take on that? Do you think it's pros and cons to that, or?
Oh, it's always gonna be pros and cons to that, cause you know what I'm saying. Like you turn in the people that was middle class and the low income, which ain't even a real thing, cause you just making low income, but you know, like they building shit, you know, like they got a couple joints for the kids. I feel like that's what was really important. As long as they doing shit for the kids, like, you know, they the future. We just here for right now.
Gotcha. So of your last project, what would you say your favorite track was?
The last joint, I'ma just go with the Club Busy joint, cause like if you follow my music, you know, like you kind of could like put me in a sound already. You kind of not necessarily box me in, but you could already just like put me in a certain category. But that joint is a fucking club record. Like nobody was expecting that.
Word,
Like,
I wasn't. I was like, what the fuck?
yeah, like I was
In a
like,
good way,
fuck,
in a
you
good
know
way.
what I'm saying? Yeah, I just, you know what I mean?
Word.
Throw a little something in there, and like I felt like the reception behind it, people was like really surprised, but they was happy with it. So I thought that was cool. I was like, all right, like I could do this.
Okay. If you could walk us through what it was like making that track, where you was at, did you know you was gonna go in the studio and make that track that day, or you know what I'm saying? Did you have the beat already? Did you get the beat in the studio? How was it?
My man Lobster Trapper, he funny as hell. Like he just like he be up weird ass. He kind of like me. He be up weird ass hours of the night, just cooking up and shit. So he sent me like a pack of beats at like 3 in the morning, and it was like 3 beats, but that happened to be one of them. But that one, he specifically said like, yo, like he's like, I know this doesn't really fit the album, but you know, like this is just, you know, we made this for fun. So I heard it and I'm like, yo, hold up, this shit got a club beat on it. I was like, this is kind of fire. And then I ended up fucking going home. I recorded it the same night. Like, and mind you, this is like the first album where like I got comfortable with recording myself again. Like I didn't mix it or anything like that, but you know, like just recording it myself was like, and then sending it out to get mixed was like a crazy feeling because I'm like, damn, I could just do this from home. Like I'm so used to just going to the studio and getting it done.
Do you think that's something that you're gonna continue to do? Like you're gonna continue to use that method?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like yo, bro, there's so many people that I rap with that do that now. Like they'll travel with their shit. They just go everywhere with it, or they'll just be like, yo, I could come to your house with it. We just record, like. And I was always kind of against it, not even because of the equipment or nothing like that, but sometimes it's just like the vibe of it, like just being in the studio and just, you know, being away from home and shit. Cause you create in your crib so much, it's like you kind of start losing that creative space. Cause it's like you always creating in there, and it starts to get dull. It's like, damn, I'm always in here. Like when you go to the studio, it's like, at least now it's like, I'm separating my bedroom and the place I create. Like, so when I go to the place I create, I get lost in there. Whereas like, I'm in my bedroom, I'm creating. I might have to, you know what I mean, bust a move, or I might get a phone call, whatever. But you know, I definitely want to like keep recording at home and shit, cause that shit is cool as hell. I just went somewhere and took my shit with me and just set up shop, started recording in a room. Like that shit was cool as hell.
And you saving hella bread too.
That's a smooth fact. I would spend a hella bread on studio time. Like what? That shit was crazy. Thinking about it now, like sheesh.
Or how much you think you would say you probably spent in your rap career in your rap lifetime so far in the studio?
On studio time, my whole career, sheesh. Definitely like. It's definitely somewhere in like anywhere between like $5,000 and $10,000. Like, cause I used to book like super sessions. I used to like 2019, 2020. I was booking like 8-hour blocks just cause like I needed that much time to finish everything. Like, I used to come to the studio. Mind you, I would come with my mans. Like I would go with Dozer and shit. Fucking shout out Grim Dozer. Fucking, I would go with him and he'd have like 3-4 songs ready. I got like 3-4 songs ready, so we'll just go half on 8 hours and you know what I'm saying, log in.
And Grim Dozer, he's does he make beats too, or I mean?
Yeah,
I meant to say, does he make music like rap too or no?
Yeah, he rap. He a producer and a rapper, but he's more known for his production. But his rap is just like he definitely gonna be getting known for that pretty soon.
Got you. No, cause I've definitely seen his name before. So shout out to bro. I actually we gotta set that up, have him come through too.
Nah, hell yeah.
But nah, yeah, I definitely that was a question that I had, cause I knew he was a producer, but I think I saw y'all got a song together, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when I saw
a few.
Yeah, when I saw the feature, and then even on the shirt, like the shirt that I had copped from you, the merch, that was some fire merch too. So
appreciate.
So all right, so bro, so you never thought about. So I know that when you first started, you didn't want to do producing, or you just want to do straight rap. Is that an interest to you now, or you still strictly sticking to?
Oh yeah, nah. When I met Qua Going Crazy and Hooks, like when I met them, they was like, I was watching them use FL and I was like, damn, like they really know how to use this shit. Cause I just downloaded FL Studio because someone told me like that was a program to make beats on. I didn't know there was like multiple different ones. I just thought that was V1. Yeah. And I just cracked it. I was real computer savvy growing up, so I had it. And then I met them and I'm watching them do this shit and I'm like, damn, I'm like, nah, they shit and they really know how to use this shit. So I was more or less watching Quad work, and like from there, like I was able to like find my own sound. It still took me a minute even after the fact. I didn't really start really making beats like seriously until like 2018, 2019, but even then I don't even like really tell too many people. I got a project out that I produced for myself. Called Differences. It's like a 5-track project, but
And you produce all those yourself?
Yeah, I did all the beats myself, but like after that, I never really like did too much with the beats. But people be asking for it, so I probably should get back into it.
All right. So as of right now, there's no other rapper that rapped on one of your beats.
Oh no, it's a few. They're just not out. All of them are released music.
Got you, got you. All right, so I did notice, and I got some myself that you got like the fire merch. How did that come about, and what kind of changed your business plan from just making music to doing things that just gonna bring a different type of revenue?
Well, shit, I came up like watching like Currency, Wiz, and like just like all like the blog era underground like scene. Like I watched how they did it and shit. Like you know what I mean. Every rapper got merch and like they have like little memorabilia that sells and cause like you know what I mean. Especially these days, like music don't sell like that no more. Music ain't you know what I mean. Like people not going to the stores and buying CDs no more. They just downloading and shit. Like
Facts.
you don't really get paid much. So you know what I mean? You got to find it elsewhere. But like merch was just on some like when I did Grim JERZ with Doza, when we did the project. I designed the bear myself, like, cause at the time I was huge on Polo. Doza, like his whole moniker is the Grim Reaper. So I was like, well, let me put the Polo bear in a Grim Reaper outfit. And like when we dropped the project, it was people that I didn't even know, like, cause Doza was like, you know what I mean? Like when I did the project with him, that shit like not necessarily catapulted me, but it kind of threw me into like a whole new wave of like a whole new different audience. So there's people that was strangers asking me like, yo, you guys are gonna do merch for this, right? And I'm like, I don't know. Like that's a good question. And like this one dude was just like, bro, like I could see this on a sweater, like it'd be so dope, da da da. And I spoke to Doza about it, and then we ended up just going half cashing out on like 100 hoodies. Like we did like a bunch of like pre-order shit, like we was just teasing them and shit, and then like it sold out. Like that was like my first merch, and it sold out on its own, and I was like, oh shit, like this is I could do something with this.
Oh, that's impressive, bro. Like I said, I got one myself. And it's comfortable, nice, comfortable champion joint.
You feel me? Like now, like kind of slowed up on it. I got new pieces that like I put out and shit in the past, but like I want to really like get into this shit where like I can go see the lady, if you get what I mean. Like I want to look at the fabric. I want to see like
The garments.
a mock up, like you know what I'm saying, like cause I want my shit like I ain't gonna say I like expensive shit, but I like good quality shit. And if there's a way I could make quality shit and sell it at a good price, then you know what I'm saying, like let's get it. Like I like business.
Facts.
That shit is very lucrative.
Feel you.
More merch coming soon.
Let's get it, tap in. Yo, so who would you say your favorite cartoon character or superhero was growing up or currently?
It ain't just one, but they're all from the same show. The Ed Boys, Ed and Eddie.
Oh,
I fucked with that show so heavy back in the day when I was a kid, and like growing up now, it's like damn, like these niggas is about their bread. Like granted, they just wanted to get jawbreakers and shit, but the fact they woke up every day, it was 3 niggas coming up with a plan. They even had a super smart nigga that was dumb enough to follow what the fuck they was doing. Like I'm like, nah, this is crazy. Like I'm forever my favorite. I still watch that shit today. Like you know what I mean? Throw the YouTube reruns.
All right, so does Jay from JERZ have a top 3 artists or that inspired you?
Top 3 artists that inspire me, yeah, but like top 3 like favorite is too much music these days.
No, not that, not your favorite, like that inspired you.
Yeah, but inspire, I could definitely name a few.
Yeah, not
like,
the favorite, yeah, that inspired you.
Definitely Currency, which is like pretty obvious if you listen to a lot of my music. Like it kind of like everybody always like. I'm not gonna say they compare me, but they always like. They're like, yo, your beat selection reminds me of Currency. Like the beats you use would sound like something he would rap on, and I could agree with that.
How do you take that though? Do you get mad? Do you?
Nah, I don't really get mad about comparisons because like that's your reference point. That's what you know. Like that's what you're familiar with if it comes to a certain sound. Like if I heard, that's like if me hearing like death metal and like some screamo or some shit, I'm automatically gonna think like, oh yeah, what you listening to, Slipknot? Like I'm gonna just throw a name out there. Like so, like I get it, you know. I feel why people would get mad though, cause nobody want to be compared. But you know, like if that's all they know, or that's all they familiar with, you can't be mad at that. But yeah, nah, I definitely get inspired from Currency, just like off the underground shit. Like that's what I'm looking for. I ain't trying to be like super famous. I ain't trying to be like Drake or nothing like that. Like I just want. I wouldn't mind the Drake money, but you know, let me still go to like Walmart and shit. Let me still go chill outside with the homies. Like I think that's cool.
So we got Currency.
Currency, fucking it's crazy because I don't really listen to Rick Ross like that, but I love how he do business. Like he do a lot of background work, and that's where the money at for real. And fuck it, I'ma say Larry June too. Larry June's mad inspiring. I feel like he inspired a lot of people, like in the past like year, just cause like he off the same type of shit as Currency. Like he talking about ownership and shit like that. He not really like going too deep into like flexing, but it's like it's there. Like, you know what I mean? Everything is still luxurious, but we just not like in your face. We not on the radio all day. I think that's cool as shit.
I bet. So we got Larry June, Currency, and Rick Ross.
Word, that's a wild list.
Yeah, I was about to say 'cause they all from different well, Currency and Rick Ross, they both from the South, but they from different parts of the South.
Yeah.
And then Larry June, he from up here, right?
Nah, Larry June, he from like San Francisco.
Oh, he from the
Like,
West.
yeah, he from California, yeah.
Okay. All right. So what was it like? We was chopping it up a little bit about this before we started started recording and shit. But what was it like recording out in LA?
Yo, out there it's fun. Like,
Wait, hold on. Wait, you did a whole project out there, or just a couple tracks?
nah, I recorded like just like a couple joints here and there, like
Bet.
yeah. But like recording out there is cool because it's like you seeing a bunch of new shit. So when you get to the lab, like you got like your mind is moving like way more. It's way more accurate because it's like I ain't gonna say accurate. It's moving more efficient because like you seeing so much new shit and it's like that's gonna inspire whatever you about to write. Like lately I've been on some like writing when I get to the studio. I used to just write at home and then come ready with like 4, 5, 6 songs. Like now I'm like nah. Like I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna fill these beats out. I ain't even hear them yet, and then you take it from there. But like recording out there is just like you could tell I'm out there when you could tell the difference like when I'm there. I'll probably say it in a bar or some shit like that, but other than that, like just like the food I'm talking about, the shit I'm smoking, like this shit. I love LA. That shit, man. I ain't gonna say it's laid back, but it remind me of home a little bit. It's just tropical.
Would you say that's one of your favorite places to visit?
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. I mean, shit, you could go somewhere and just cop like whatever kind of weed you looking for. That shit is lit.
What's Jay from JERZ's favorite food?
Oof. That's like asking my favorite rapper because it's like I eat a lot, but like food is like it depends what day it is. Shit, today I'm like my mind been like set on soul food lately. Been thinking about hella mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, yams, fucking collard greens and shit like that right now. That'd be like my dying wish plate right now.
Soul food.
a loaded Thanksgiving plate just with no turkey.
Turkey?
That big ass turkey wing, like that should take up like 30% of the plate.
All right, so speaking of food and shit, you had an event at the spot Winging It. How was that, and how did that come about?
I'm glad you asked because I fuck with Winging It heavy. Like I've known the owner, Courtney, aka the Wing God. I feel like he could really claim that name because like.
Shout out to them. We gotta get bro up here too, cause
he got it. Yeah, he got it for real. Like, like I can't even explain it. His wings just good as shit. Like he didn't show me how to make it and like it come out the same way. I don't know, but. That shit, yo, I know him since like 2010, 2011 or some shit. But When he started the spot, like I was already always like eating there and shit, but I was with my videographer, shot by NJ Goons. Me and him was
First shout out to bro too. He getting busy with you.
yeah, you feel me? Like he's definitely on the come up, man. He's been shooting so much shit lately. Like that dude's busy for real. But nah, I was with him and shit. He was just like me and him was talking about shooting a video, and my manager was just like, yo, did you shoot it in the restaurant? I'm like, you sure? I'm like, bro, you know I be smoking in my shit. He's like, you can smoke it in here, just don't smoke by the grill. I'm like, all right. It started from there, and then one day I was just like, yo, like, would you be down to do an event? And when at first he was like, he thought I wanted to like do a show in there and shit. And he was like, I don't know where you gonna perform at, but you know, like we can make it work. And I'm like, nah, I'm like, let's do a listening session. And I'm like, I'll cater the wings. I was like, we'll buy beer, you know what I mean? We'll sell it and shit, you know what I mean? We'll keep the people happy. He was with it. And then like we did that. That shit was like a very good turnout. Like mad people pulled up. And then somebody like broke his window or some shit. Like I don't know. I highly doubt it was something personal, but you know, motherfuckers is crazy out here. It's in a wild. I ain't gonna say a wild spot, but if you're from the city, you know.
Yeah, word.
He somebody broke his window and shit. So when he told me, I was like, say no more. I came, we put together like this flyer, this fundraiser and shit, and we just was selling meals that whole day. We was getting busy.
That's what's up though.
I had homies come through play B sets. Like that shit was dope as hell. Shit was definitely something we want to keep doing. Like I wanted to weather the breaks a little more because it was still kind of cold when we did the last one. So this time we're gonna bring the grill out. So you in the city or if you somewhere nearby, you might want to pull up.
Facts. So, how do you keep the balance between staying busy, as you would say, and in your personal life?
It's busy shit. It's my life. But like that shit is like. I'm glad you asked that because I still be asking myself that like how am I gonna balance this shit? Because I'm already like having a little trouble, but you know you take it as it go. Like you gotta be able to filter out what's important at that moment. Like sometimes like I might have to miss a birthday party or something like that, but you know.
A birthday party, you mean like your own or somebody else's?
Like somebody else's. Maybe even my own shit. I might have to put my own shit on the back burner or some shit one time. But like, it's other times where I might turn down doing some music shit to focus on like my real life shit, like my family shit, like, cause that's more or less my real life. Like everything outside of music is literally just family and making sure I got a roof over my head. Outside of that, like I'm doing music like majority of the time, cause this shit is like, especially these days, it's about 1 million people that want to rap every day. So I'm like, I gotta try to not outwork, but you know, work just as hard as the next dude.
Right. How do you does that weigh heavy on you? Like knowing that you in a field where it's like you said, it's 1 million other people trying to get to the same place you trying to get to?
At first it did, like, you know, when you growing up, you like just about to be an adult and you still chasing a dream, like, especially a dream like this, this some shit where most parents would just look at you and be like, yeah, you know what I mean, you're gonna be a star, like, you know, they tell you that. But once I already knew, I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do. Like it was over from there. Like now it's like I know I'm different. Like I know this shit. I know I'm meant for it. So Like I don't know, some people be tone deaf as shit. Like I feel like I'm very aware of what's going on around me. I feel like it's working.
When you
Shit.
say tone deaf, what you mean?
Like some people, some people be like still trying, like, they don't necessarily do the things they gotta do to progress. Like you could always say you rap, but if you're not really doing nothing to like really solidify that you do that, like how can anybody take you serious? Some people don't even take themselves serious. It's like when your people's trying to show you songs or show you music and they be like, yeah, it's kind of ass, but let me know what you think. Like, bro, if you think it's not good, like, how am I gonna think it's good? Like, if you don't even think it's good, like, you gotta be wholeheartedly confident in what you do. Like that shit, some people be selling themselves short, and then they wonder why it's not working. Like it sucks to say, but like that shit really be what it is. Like
What would you say a deal breaker is for you in a relationship? It could be like a platonic relationship, a romantic relationship, a business relationship.
oh, if you don't understand, well, business relationship is different. Business, like business is always like it don't matter what you got going on in your personal life unless you have some type of communication. As long as you can communicate, your business relationships will always be good if you know how to communicate. But outside of business, like personal and platonic and like romantic relationships, deal breakers off rip is if you can't respect my time. Like if you know like what I'm doing and like how much time it's gonna take out of me, like if you can't respect that, you can't understand that, that's just what it is. Like I'm just gonna be like, you either deal with it or you don't. Like you don't have to, but if you fuck with me like you say you do, you gonna fuck with it. And some people take it as like, oh, I'll go to the studio with you, I'll do this with you, and it's like, yeah, you say that until I'm telling you, I'm there from 8 p.m. to 3 a.m., 4 a.m., whatever the case is, and I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Like some people can't hear the same song over and over how like an artist does, or like someone that just creates does. Like it's I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point, but yeah, if you can't respect the time, then yeah, it's clip. Romantic is it's a couple more deal breakers, but that's some whole other shit.
All right, so how many was Jay from JERZ? Was that your original rap name, or did you have did you have a name before that?
Yeah, I had a few names.
What's the evolutions?
It's like I'm like Frieza. I had like 6 forms for real, but can't let the people know that. I don't know how much of that old work is still out in the open.
So
in that abyss of the internet.
they gonna find it on SoundCloud.
You feel me? They gonna find like old SoundCloud joints and shit. They gonna find old YouTube videos and shit. I don't know what's out there.
All right, so a little game that we do here is we give everybody like a new stage name or a new rap name, whatever you want to call it. So you know how you got like Big Pun or you got like Lil Bow Wow.
Yeah.
So we give you the option. You could pick either Big or Little, whichever one you want to pick, and then we gonna finish up continuing the name. So you could pick Big or Little. Which one you gonna pick?
I'm gonna pick Lil because Big is gonna assume that I'm fat.
Lil. All right. So what was the last thing that you purchased?
Oof. I bought a pair of sneakers.
What kind of sneakers?
They was New Balance.
Little New Balance.
Damn.
Everybody give it up for Little New Balance. We got Little New Balance in the building. Let's go.
I fuck with that one.
We got the track, Little New Balance.
Little New Balance.
Nah, that's just a little game we like to do.
Nah, that's fire though. I like that.
I agree.
Little New Balance.
Mm-hmm. Nah, just a game in general. That's cool as shit.
Nah, word. So when y'all comment, y'all got any questions for him? You gotta address him as Little New Balance. Y'all see him in the street. Y'all don't know him after this interview.
That shit be fire. I'm how that shit come right here. That's funny, man. Little New Balance. I just signed to Going Forward Records.
Let's get it. Hey yo, what's your favorite cereal? We asked you that already?
Nah, but I'm glad you asked because I really just started eating cereal again. I wasn't eating it for a little while. I don't know why. I think I just like ate too much of it, but Cinnamon Toast Crunch gonna forever got my heart.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Yeah, but I got an honorable mention though. And people be hating me for this, but I just something about it. Like I really like. I think it's my age showing now. I'm not even that old, but I feel like I'm getting old. I fuck with Raisin Bran.
Yeah, you getting old, bro.
Like Raisin Bran, you slice some bananas in that shit. That shit is crazy.
My boy mature.
I'm not too big on raisins, but like it's that wheat cereal. That shit crazy. Like that something about that shit get me.
All right, so we for the people that know that you are you know what I'm saying, heavily in the 420 world, you smoke, you're a big smoker. What's your preference when you are rolling up?
What you mean, like?
Like what you like to roll up in?
Oh, I was a paper man for like a solid year, and then now I'm smoking on like Havana Leafs. These shits got it. I'm not gonna say too much, but they got it. It rolls right, it's cut right, they always fresh, and that's all I need. Like, and they be dark too. That shit's fire.
You feel like smoking helps you in staying busy, or do you feel like sometimes it takes away from you being busy?
Well, that's where it started. My mans would just be like, "Yo, I'm taking it there. I'm getting busy right now." Like, he would really be on something like, "Yo, like, don't call my phone. I'm getting busy. Or, yo, I'm busy." Like, which I really felt it because I'm like, yo, once I'm high, like I'm not really trying to talk to nobody. I'm like in my own world. I'm doing me. Like, so that shit, I was like, damn. I'm like, that's a lifestyle for real. Like, this ain't even just. But it's funny because now I'm busy as hell. Like, I was never like I used to have all the time in the world. We was just getting high, and I was just making music when I could. And now it's like I don't really have any time for myself at all. Real busy shit.
All right, so going through what you've gone through to get through now, as far as in your rap career, what's one thing that you would share with a person that's starting off today, or you know what I'm saying? What would you share with them if something, you know what I'm saying, to help them push themselves forward in a rap career?
I would let them know that consistency beats talent every day. That's like the main thing. Like if you could be consistent in what you make, like you gonna go somewhere. Like that's the thing about life. It's not always gonna be what you want, but you know it's gonna be something.
Was
that
that
shit?
Oh, my bad.
Nah, I was just gonna say like you know, if you consistent with it, that shit gonna work. Like,
That's a fact.
cause the more you do it, the better you get. If you could do this shit at least once a day, once a week, anything like you could make it a habit, make it a routine, and you just gonna keep getting better at it, and like the right people gonna find it. Like I never understood that growing up. Like when like I used to try rap with like old heads and shit, and they'd be like, "Nah, bro, keep working." Like I know they was trying to tell me I was ass and I was young as hell, but you know, when you really keep working, you get better.
They saw potential though.
You get where you're gonna go. Like it might not be in the time you wanted it, but you might just be getting in at the right time. Like right now, I say that shit all the time. Like if I used to always think like, man, I'm ready for this shit. I'm ready. I don't even think I'm ready now, with the amount of shit I do. Like I'm tired as is doing one or two shows a month. Can imagine being on a tour. Like, can you imagine like performing while you got a cold, or like your leg hurt? You just found out the shorty you fuck with smoke Black and Miles. Now you stressing about it while you on tour. Like that shit gotta be crazy. You gotta perform and shit like on demand. Like not on demand, but you know, you gotta do that shit night after night after night after night after night. That's crazy. But we gonna be ready though.
So we see that you thinking about the future, and you see what you know what could come, and that you know what I'm saying, you're preparing yourself for that. But on your journey so far, has there been something that maybe stopped you and had you thinking like, damn, I can't do this shit? And you kind of thought that you wasn't going to go forward. And obviously we see that you're still here, you're going forward. So what is it that you told yourself to keep going forward? And if you want to share with us, what is it that happened? And how did you feel, you know what I'm saying, pushing yourself to that next level to keep, going forward?
Well, doing music is like very, like, I ain't gonna say it's very discouraging, but it's a discouraging sport. So you always gonna have them times where you might feel like, damn, like, should I even be doing this? Is it worth me spending my money? Is it worth spending my time? Like, you really never know. Like, but like what keep me going is just like that like just being next to it, just doing it. Like, it's times I felt like, damn, like I shouldn't even like be paying for studio time right now. I gotta do other shit. And I'm like, fuck it. Like, I get there and I make a crazy ass song, or like somebody sends me a beat, or just something happens, like, But that's the thing about working. You never know who gonna see it. Damn, my allergy started bugging out. About to start sounding like I got fucking sinuses and shit. But now, like, things happen. Like when you work, like something you could have did last year might get seen from somebody, or somebody might have saw it. Like I've been getting messages lately. Like people just be like, people I don't even know, they from out the country and shit. They'll just be like, yo, bro, like this song really got me through this or got me through that. And I'll be like, damn, word, like the fuck, like shit like that. I'll be like, alright, I gotta keep going. Like it could be just that one person. Like that's somebody that don't know me from a can of paint. They just heard my song and they fuck with me. Like that's cool as hell.
So where do you see your you and your busy movement and Jay from JERZ, where do you see your whole career in the next 3 to 5 years?
I see me already like shit, 3 to 5 years, shit. I will hope I'd still be here, and I'm like, I'd definitely be rapping still. I definitely be probably rapping still, but like, I definitely done hit some milestones in that time. Like, I see myself stopping in the next 10 though. Like, I'm definitely not gonna be that old trying to rap, but 3 to 5 definitely gonna be still splashing on shit. I still got a lot to talk about. It's a lot more living to do.
Facts. Yo, what's your take on when people compare Jay-Z to Nas?
I like these debates because them shits be funny as hell sometimes. But like, I wasn't really in that time. I'm 27, so I guess I was kind of in it, but like, I don't listen to either of them when I'm in the car or like when I'm doing shit. So it's like,
Or you don't listen to Jay-Z?
I listen to Imaginary Players. That shit come on, man, I'm like Hulk Hogan with that shit. I put the shades on. Nah, but like, shit now, like, bro, I haven't listened to Jay-Z and Nas in forever. Like, granted, when they come on, I listen to it, but like, I'm not gonna hop in the car and be like, yeah, I'm about to play that Nas. I've been meaning to play that song. There's so much music, yo. I like oldies though. I like listening to like shit from like the 80s.
What as far as like rap?
Nah, just like
Just whatever was out.
yeah, like old like soul R&B and shit like that, like fucking Motown shit, like all that kind of shit. I like listening to that shit like in the morning. That should be getting my day right.
That's how you gotta start the day.
For real. Like I can't. Sometimes I might have a ghetto ass morning, You know what I'm saying? Start thugging it. But most of the time, we want to just listen to like, you know what I mean? I might put some Ozzy's on in the morning. Or I might fuck with like the Dramatics or some shit. I'd be wildin'.
Yo, what would you say your favorite clothing brand was growing up?
Oof. Shit. It depends, like, cause like in high school, that's when I got hip to like Diamond Supply and like Undefeated and shit like that. But like, I don't know why I've been thinking about Mesquite a lot lately. I really want a Mesquite shirt. Like I wanted like a hand paint shirt. That shit sounds so fire right now. Like I feel like they about to make a comeback for some reason. I've been following them on the gram.
You know how I want to get out here, bro? The dude who made Omavis.
Yo, that heard he was from Newark.
Yeah, he's from Jersey.
Yeah, I need him to get back in the shop because them pants was very clutch. If you know, you know.
And he had the red tags. He tried to switch it up.
Yo, it's crazy. It's a rapper. You ever heard of Mavi?
Say the name again.
His name Mavi. Mavi.
I think I did. You from Jersey?
Nah, I think he's from North Carolina, but I think his real name is Omavi. And like when I met him, I'm like, yo, bro, your name Mavi, like the jeans, like I'm like Omavi's like, yeah. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like that's crazy. Like I think that was his name for some other shit, but like it was just crazy. I'm like, yo, bro, like you really taking me back right now. I'm thinking about them jeans now. Hey, cool as hell though. Mavi's fire, bro. He definitely should tap in. He up right now. He like on tour and shit right now. He probably somewhere where his bubble fuck going crazy.
Hey, yo, so what you say a difference that you could see between a 17-year-old now and a 17-year-old when you was 17 years old growing up?
These little niggas is I can't even say that because we was crazy too growing up. I ain't gonna say we, but shit, all my friends growing up, they was all wild and I was 17, but I'm saying these little dudes is wearing ski masks in the summer. They definitely built different. They shiesty up all year round. Like they don't give a fuck. That shit is crazy. They be really drilling. I mean, I still be seeing a few of them fighting, but like that's another thing. Like, a lot of them don't fight no more. A lot of them just straight. They just clapping niggas. They don't give a fuck. It's terrifying.
I saw a post today. It was saying, damn, I forgot who the fuck they was talking about. Oh, it was talking about the dude, John Morant. They was like saying how,
bruh,
if you think music is, if music is making this dude who's worth $200 million and living a life, if music is making him risk all of that, imagine what it's doing to a kid that got nothing at all.
Bruh, that shit, John Morant really crazy for that. Like, I don't keep up with sports, like, but that shit, it's like, bro, you getting hella bread to play basketball.
It's some Twilight Zone shit.
Like, bro, it's nothing wrong with having a gun. I feel like every grown man that's sane and like is doing something like should own a gun because
he played for Memphis.
Just crazy as hell.
Right? He played for the Grizzlies.
I
Who
think
played for? Who John Morant played for? Memphis Grizzlies, right? Can you carry in Memphis? Cause some states like, you know what I'm saying? Can't you carry in like a?
I feel like Tennessee is definitely. I feel like Tennessee is definitely a gun state, but regardless, it's like, like, I feel like everybody should own a gun, but like you on camera waving your shit, you pointing your shit at your head, like.
Oh, he pointed at his head?
He ain't like pointing directly at us, but he had it like this. You know how niggas be in the music videos. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, I only saw like a screenshot. It was like a screenshot of him and like him.
I saw that shit at like 3 a.m. and then I passed out and I woke up and that shit was all over the fucking news. I was like, bro, what the fuck? Not the news, but on Twitter and shit.
Word.
Twitter's the new news for me. I get all my work from Twitter. I find like you go to the fucking explore page on Twitter. That shit. Everything that's trending right now, I'll be like, damn, what the fuck?
What's your take on social media? You feel as though it's a good tool to use?
It was when it first came out. Like Instagram in like 2015 was not what it is today. Like obviously, but like I just mean it in the sense like now we going off an algorithm and shit. Like before, bro, I used to be like if you posted something in 5 minutes ago, and I go on my fucking IG and I'm scrolling, I'm gonna see you. Now you might have made a post right now, might not see it till tomorrow or like the day after. Like that shit crazy. Like they really got you like paying for ads. Well, not you, but you know what I'm saying. Just in general, they want people to pay for ads and pay for this, pay for that. Now everybody wants to be verified. Everybody's scamming to get verified. You want it so bad, pay fucking $8 a month for it. Like that shit is so crazy. Now that shit gave everybody the ego they didn't need because some people already have an ego. And that shit, if you gonna give something that's gonna boost that shit, it's over.
Yeah, the blue check is crazy.
The blue check is nutto. Like how you some motherfuckers average everyday people going to work, you know what I mean? Just living life and yeah, I'm verified. So you know it's me. That's crazy. Social media is still definitely a good tool though. Like people definitely still doing their thing. They getting on off the shit. It's just how you use it. I guess. Like I definitely done blocked out all that other shit. I don't follow Shade Room. I don't follow like Rap House TV. None of that shit. I smooth just follow people I know and people that I'm inspired by. Like I follow mad art shit, mad like digital artists and like people that paint. And I like dudes who make like instruments and shit. That shit be bugged the fuck out. Me watching the dude making a keyboard. Like
What's something that a fan from like you said that's out the country may not know about you, or maybe somebody that a close friend that may not know about you? What's something that you want people to know about you that they may not know?
I don't know. That's a good question. I watched them videos on YouTube where like other people are playing the game. I watch those a lot.
Like Twitch streams?
Nah, it's kind of like that, but like I'll like Google a game, or not Google, but I'll YouTube a game that I played like on PS2 or like some throwback shit, and I'll watch somebody play the whole game.
Oh.
Like I won't sit there and watch it like it's TV, but like that should be like background music for me. Like I'll watch somebody play the game while I'm fucking making a beat or some shit, or I'm listening to some shit, or I'm just eating. Like I'll watch somebody play the shit. I don't know that shit.
That's different. I ain't never hear that shit.
Bruh, that should be... Because you ever had a game where, like... Because you remember back in the day, PlayStation is like, you know, sometimes the game might get fucked up or, like, shit get too scratched up, the game stop working or whatever. Like, it's certain games I never got to beat. Or, like, a game you probably played at your cousin's house. Or, your brother had it and he lost it because he lent it to his mans. Like, or the memory card got fucked up, but I'd be like, damn, I wonder how the game end. Like, I don't know nobody that played this shit. Like,
I don't know nobody that played the 50 Cent game, and my cousin had it, and he was like, yo, you could borrow it, and I brought it to the house, I put it in, and that shit would get to like the first mission, I get to like a door, open it up, and it would just start skip every single time, bro. There'll be times I'll sit there and pray, like, God, please let this game work today.
That game's short as hell, too. That game, yeah. I beat that shit. Yeah, I beat that shit. He had two of them shits. He had Bulletproof, and he had some other shit called Blood in the Sand. I ain't play that one, though, because Bulletproof was short as hell. That shit was a 10-mission game. Granted, it had hella extras, though. That shit was mad cool. It had all his songs. It basically had his whole discography with the instrumentals, and you could like make a playlist for the game. Like you could either use all the instrumental playlists, or you could use all his songs and shit. They had all the Tony Yayo songs, Lloyd Banks. They had everybody from G Unit songs on there. And Forgot what else you could change on that shit.
Damn, he got a bag off that shit because he probably got the money.
Bruh.
Because you know how you do like movie scores? He probably had a game score. He just gave them all the songs that they already had. They already made millions off
Gave him the
of.
beats, yup, yo,
Damn,
bro, that
he
shit
got
was
the budget for all
legend,
that.
bro. Mind you, like, he had Eminem in his shit, Lloyd Banks, Tony A. All of them was, like, in the game, like, as characters and shit that played certain parts of the shit. And, like, you can unlock, like, I think it was, like, a secret music video that he dropped. Like, I think it was, like, either only on the game. I'm pretty sure you could watch it on YouTube these days, but that shit was crazy. That was the only thing cool about that game. It was just hella extras in that shit. But once she was done with the missions, there was nothing else you could do. That shit was ass.
Yo, so I know you said Rick Ross was in your top 3 inspiring artists, but since we got since we're on the topic of 50 Cent, damn, I'm starting to think who
I forgot they beefed.
Oh yeah, they did. I wasn't gonna get into that.
Oh, alright. I was about to say. I forgot about that.
Nah, I did too. I was gonna say who you think it's because they both good businessmen. And the beef wasn't the beef over like it was over a female or some shit, baby mother or some shit, right?
Some shit.
Some dumb shit, right?
Yeah, all the rap beef is basically about some dumb shit.
Well, fucking but nah, yeah. Well, who do you think is a better businessman as far as being a rapper first and then transitioning into the business world?
50 Bit said fuck rap. He was like, bro, I'm good. Like, I don't, like 50 rap for like the intros of his shows. Like, yeah, he need all of that. Like, he not. I think he's a good businessman as far as that. Like, Rick Ross still gonna rap. Like, I'm pretty sure he got like another album somewhere lying around. Like, but 50 went like he went into show business too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Granted, I'm pretty sure he's getting paid buku money for like Power and Raising Kanan and shit like that. But fucking. Yeah, I feel like they both good in their own field. Like, Rick Ross really on some, like, he just buying restaurants and, like, I'm pretty sure he doing, like, other deals and shit. 50 got the movie shit on Smash.
You watch any of the shows like Ghost, any of that?
Only show that's produced by 50 Cent that I've watched is BMF.
Oh, yeah, that ain't in yet. Yeah, that ain't in yet.
I was so late on Power that by the time I was gonna watch it, they was already starting book 2, and I was just like, yeah, this is gonna be something I'm gonna end up watching like years later. Like,
just binge that whole shit.
that's what I like to do anyway. Like, even with like Snowfall and shit like that, I ain't even watched Snowfall yet, cause like, yeah, I wanted the season to end so I could just watch the whole shit in like 2 days.
Right.
That shit, yo, I did it one time. I watched the show, what show was it? Like, I started watching it, and then I started catching up to, it was Snowfall, matter of fact. It was the last season that had dropped. I watched it, like, when it first came out. And I would like, try to get home 10 o'clock to watch it. Or like record it on a DVR or some shit. And I was like, nah, that's it? The episode's over? Nah. I gotta wait till next week to find fuck that.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I'd rather binge. That's how I got on.
Yeah, I'd be like, alright, the next episode, this nigga about to get whacked. Like, I'm gassed up. Hell no, that's crazy. That just reminded me, I gotta finish watching Snowfall.
Yo,
I think the BMF season done too, right? Like the season that just started.
Yeah, I can't really recall how it ended. Oh yeah, it ended with Meech going down to Atlanta, and he about to start expanding down there. It's funny. As
hell. Yeah, I did watch that shit. Okay, yeah.
It's funny as hell. I be watching the shows like, cause I watch all of them like Snowfall, BMF, Power Ghost. I watch all of them.
Yeah.
Shit. Every time shit get real, they always want to expand. Like, that'd be the option. That'd be the answer to everything. Like,
bruh, retarded. Like, bruh, you can't even do damage control in your own city. Why would you try to go somewhere else and do that shit?
Let's expand. That'd be the solution for everything.
A word, like.
Yeah, you ever saw the movie The Mandela Effect? Are you familiar with even like the term, the Mandela Effect? Like,
I'm familiar with the term, but I've never seen the movie.
I just saw it like the other day. That shit was crazy.
Like some Inception shit.
Or shit was crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to tap in with that. The Mandela effect is crazy. He like thought he died or like before he died or some shit, right?
Nah, the Mandela effect is like shit changing in the universe. So they pretty much saying like it's alternate universes and like shit is changing like within the universe and we're not even realizing that type of shit. Like,
Nah, but it started like.
oh yeah, it started. Oh yeah, with Mandela, yeah, they said that he died, and then they said he coming out of jail or some shit. Or they said he died in jail, but then he was still alive, some shit like that.
They did say he died in jail, some shit like that, right? Yeah.
Where and then years later, I guess he was alive.
Yeah,
I don't know. I gotta look that shit again.
I'm about to look that shit up.
Nah, yeah, where that
This
shit.
shit
Crazy.
is gonna bother me. I ain't gonna be able to concentrate.
I saw the movie because that's how I'm. You know what I'm saying that's how I'm hip to it. The movie was crazy, but it definitely started off with Nelson Mandela. They said he was dead, then he was alive.
The Mandela effect is an observed phenomenon in which a large segment of the population misremembers a significant event or shares a memory of an event that did not actually happen.
Word.
Yo.
Like, let me Google something real quick. Hold on, let me see how real this shit is.
A large group of people clearly quotes saying a certain way and remembers an event a certain way when in reality they all remember the same thing incorrectly. Yo, that's crazy. Can you imagine everybody in the room like, yeah, bro, I remember him taking it. Like, it really didn't.
Like
even
this was
happen.
one right here. Like, you remember that? You remember the book with the bears, the Bernstein Bears?
Yeah.
Like now they saying that now it's with an A. It's Bernstein Bears.
Yo, same shit with Pikachu. I don't even see the difference with this one.
His tail used to be black.
It did. He did have a little black thing, right?
Yeah.
But you go back and look at the old cartoons, he don't even got that shit.
How the fuck they do that, bro?
Bruh, that good old, that good old switcheroo.
They finagled the baby.
Yo, bruh, I'm mad it's not giving me the definition I saw before. Yo, bruh. Because it really said it started from, they called it the Mandela effect because fucking,
Nelson Mandela. They
Because
said
of the
that in the
dude.
movie, though. They definitely said that in the movie.
That's crazy.
But nah, yeah, if y'all ain't see that, y'all gotta go watch that shit, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go watch that. That shit definitely gonna fuck my head up.
I think it was on Amazon Prime.
Oof. I think I pay for that shit too, and I don't even use it like that. I'm bugging. What? Yo, this is crazy. You got my head fucked up with that. I'm gonna be thinking about that shit all day because I probably went through a few Mandela effects in my personal life. Like you swore you ever did something and like it just didn't happen. Like you like, yo, bro, but I did that shit. Like, bro, like I dead like then cleaned some and like came back and that shit was dirty as hell again. I was like, and this was like in a span of like 30 minutes. I'm like, nah, hell no, there's no way. Like I just did this shit.
The way it happened to me is like I'll be looking for something. Like say I'm looking for this lighter and I'm like, yo, where the fuck is that lighter at? And I'll be like, I'll get up and it's right there. And I'll be like, nah, that shit wasn't right there. Like,
Nah, yeah, bro, that shit really be like that, bro. I really
I know
be
some
like, yo.
shit be camoed in, but I was like, sometimes I'll be.
That shit happened to me in the car.
That shit wasn't just right there, bro.
I be putting shit in the passenger seat like a whole woman, and I be like, oh shit. I'm like getting out the car, like grabbing everything, and I be like, yo, did I grab? Yo, that shit was right there. Like, yo, that shit is crazy, son.
Facts. But nah, yo, definitely appreciate you for stopping by, bro. You welcome. You know what I'm saying? You welcome anytime. It's definitely not gonna be your last time up here.
Appreciate you having me, man.
You know what I'm saying? If there's anything you want to share with the people before we head out, you know what I'm saying?
Shit, fucking, I got 10 albums out. I got like 5 EPs out. I got maybe like 5 albums that I haven't dropped yet that I'm like already planning, scheduling for. Like just tap in with the music, man. Tap in, keep going forward. Tap in with Going Forward podcast. Like that's all I want. That's all I want the people to do, man. Listen to me and listen to you.
Appreciate it, bro.
You know what I mean? Appreciate you having me, man. Shit was lit.
Make sure y'all follow him on Instagram. What's the Instagram so the people can tap in?
You feel me? It's all my ad names are JAEFRMJERZ. It's J from JERZ, no O. And yeah, you can go on jfromjers.com, JAEFRMJERZ.com.
We're definitely make sure y'all follow the Instagram going forward podcast, and y'all subscribe to the YouTube going forward the podcast, man. We gonna keep going forward, man. We out. Peace.
Going forward, man.